What's up, babes? It's cralisa Victoria. I'm back with yet another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So y'all, clearly I got a lot to say about locks today, clearly, because this is my third lock video in a row. So I'm shooting back-to-back lock videos. I think that it's appropriate to go ahead and make a video on what no one tells you before you get locks. Now, you know, heard me mention a good amount of these things in a lot of my other videos, but I'm just gonna bring them together in this video. Some things I may say for the first time, some things I may have already said in the past. I don't know, you might not know, who cares, because we're about to make this video. Make sure y'all tap in, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at cralisa Victoria, spelled the exact same way as your girl's YouTube name. And if you want to stay up with the lock journey, then follow me at babe, B-A-B-E, with W-I-T-H, LOCS, LOCS on Instagram, and keep up with the girls who are locked, if you know what I mean. Okay, locked in, baby, locked and loaded, period. Okay, let's get into this video before I get Bricks is about to wake up and he gonna start whining, and your girl got things to do. So let me get through this video. So one of the things, in this no particular order, that I would say to things they don't tell you before you get locks is sizing. I say this all the time. If you are new to the lock journey, you don't know anything about locks, you just know you want to get locks, or maybe you've done your research to get locks, this might be one of the most simple things that you still don't think about. Now, I know when you're looking like, let me look at black, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm searching for a specific hairstyle or a specific color, I'm gonna tell you how I search. I'd be like, black girls with blonde locks, black girls with ombre locks. Like this, that's literally what my Google search engine be like, because I just feel like that's where my guides are gonna be. Okay, and that's how I was when I first started my locks. I was just interested in seeing the melanin. I need to see melanin times locks. Okay, oh, she kind of looked like, okay, we look like we got a little similarity, a feature. We're not the same people, but I feel like that. And that's kind of how you kind of pick in the beginning of your lock journey. You kind of find those lock inspirations, and they might not be inspirations that you follow through with, but they might be inspirations that you see on the internet. Like, you might type in locked black girls with blonde locks all the way to their butt or waist length, and then you get all these pictures and you're like, okay, I like that, I like that, I like that. Oh, I like that color, I like that honey blonde. Oh, I like that golden blonde. But sometimes fail to realize, like, what size did you want? Because you're just looking at locks, but are you really focused on the size? And some people are, they do pick the size, but when you get to that chair, it's like you'll show the loctician and be like, I want my hair to be like this, I want my hair to be like this. And it literally, this can't be a situation where it's like what I asked for versus what I got, because if you comb, coil, 2-strand twist, do a braid out to start your locks, you really don't know what the definition is about to beef up to be. So in the beginning, especially comb coils, your hair is already gonna look thin. So you don't know when you're telling that loctician or the person starting your locks, hey, I want my hair to be like this. You don't know if they're actually listening until weeks go past and you see that your hair is starting to form. Now, sometimes they did exactly what you asked, and sometimes you're like, wait a minute, these look too big. You have got to get specific in the sizing of your locks when you sit down. Otherwise, you will find yourself trying to separate your locks throughout the starter lock phase, which you can do. Some people be afraid to do it, but that's the best time to do it. Go ahead and separate them before they start budding and before they lock. But then you'll be trying to go back through to try to make them thinner, not even, you know, because you just like, hold on, I wanted them thinner than what they made them, or I wanted them thicker than what they made them, so now I have to combine, or my next appointment I have to get them to combine. So make sure that you focus on the size you want. Be very specific. This time, the first time I had locks, I went to a loctician in a shop, and after they did my hair, right when they started the locks, I maintained it myself because I know how to do my own hair. It's just locks. I wasn't comfortable and confident to start my own locks then. I wanted to go to a professional. So then this set of locks, I was like, I know what size I want, I know how to do my hair, I'm gonna start with comb coils and let's get it. And that's what I did, and this is where we are, and this is why I'm happy, this is why I'm hot. Don't make me start singing the throwback jams. This is why I'm hot. Anyway, yeah, so sizing matters. I feel as though sizing plays such a crucial role in starting your locks. And the reason it is such a crucial role is because that is your foundation. That is literally your foundation. When your hair starts to bud up, you're either gonna love your hair or you're not gonna love it. And let me tell you something, sis. If you don't love it, you need to fix it. Let me tell you, I don't care if you just started budding in the middles and y'all gotta comb out the buds and restart over. Because what's gonna happen is, say that somebody makes your locks way too big for your liking. And you're like, okay, this is not a style where you be like, okay. You know, like if somebody braids your hair or they do your sewing and you're not all that impressed, it's okay, but you're not that impressed. Sometimes you don't want to put up a fight with the person who did it, and you're just like, whatever, I got to come back and get my hair done in the next 2 weeks or in the next month, so it'll look different anyway. I don't care. It's just a month. No. Your locks is going to be the length of the journey in which you decide to start, unless you end up combining them to be bigger than what you were already dissatisfied with. So make sure that your locks are started and are the exact way that you want, because you don't want to get 5 years into this journey and they'd be like, well, I really never liked my size, or I never liked my parting. Like for me, I'm not a triangle part type of person, and I know people do triangle parts and stuff like that. I just want my traditional parts. I want to be able to, they don't have to be all, I know I hit myself in my own mouth. They don't have to be like 1000% crisp parting, but I definitely need my individual like parting. I don't want triangles. I want like a square look. And it doesn't have to be perfect for me. It just needs to be in its own lane. Some people, they're like, no, I need a grid look. I need it perfect, which is fine. But know that leads me to my second point. Know your parting. Do you want triangle parts? Do you want just regular square parts? Do you want them to be perfect parting? Do you want them to be spontaneous? Know your parting, because, baby, sometimes if you're not aware of that and a stylist just is feeling themselves, like a loctician is like, well, I am known for triangle parts, and doesn't consult with you and just triangle parts you, you're stuck with them triangle parts. And if that's not what you wanted, that's what you got. So either you have a redo them, go to somebody else, or stick with it. But like I said, locks, this is not I'ma just stick with it, because if you don't like it, it's like if you go to a restaurant, if that food is not hitting, it's undercooked, it's nasty, it's cold, and you're paying your 5-star restaurant type of money, baby, is getting sent back. I don't care how people think it looks. If I'm not satisfied, send it back, or send me my money back. Same thing with your hair. If you're not satisfied, please. This is not, like I said, this is not your little braids or your little sew-in or your little blowout. Baby, these are locks. And if you're planning to grow your locks for a long time, or you just have a vision for your lock journey, then you're going to want to make sure that you make it make sense, sis. Please make it make sense. Another thing that I would say they don't tell you when you get locks is, baby, that you're going to be popping even more, okay? Woo. Oh, sorry. What do I mean by that? I feel like you get a little bit more attention. And I'm not the type of person who feel like I have to eat up the attention of the attention that people give me. However, when I say a little bit more attention, is I feel like not even just for men, women, white people, black people, Spanish people, Jewish, like a whole bunch of people. Because first of all, I think a lot of people, when they see like locks and stuff like that, they think exotic, they think something foreign, they think something different. Then you also have people within the lock community who's like, okay, your locks just look great on you. Locks are such a beautiful thing that it's just going to attract people on its own. Like on its own. Every type of, when I say that it will make you, locks is going to have you more popping, I'm basically just saying more people are going to be talking to you about your hair than they would talk to you about your sew-in, or they would talk to you about your standard box braids. Like, you will be getting more conversations. Now, sometimes I don't really care for that, because I don't be wanting to talk to people most times. But it definitely is conversation starter for sure. Because a lot of people just want to know. I've had several people come up to me and say, look, I want to start my locks, only if you gonna start them for me. And I'm like, look, I used to be doing people locks in college, making me some money. I was making me some college especially like the athletes used to be like the ones with locks, and they played like ball, like football or whatever, basketball. Well, no, not mainly not basketball, like football. They'd be like, yo, we got a game coming up. You think you can retwist my hair before we go away? I'd be like, meet me in the lobby dorm. Meet me in the dorm in the lobby. Come down. You know, I was already about my business. Please come downstairs with your hair already washed. I'll bring the retwist cream, which if you don't have your own lock gel, then I'm charging you for that. Bring in the clips, and your overall total boo for a retwist real quick is going to be $50. So I was over there making my coins already on the locks, but I've had people now on this set of locks and stuff like, I will start my locks only if you're going to do them. And I'm like, well, I guess you ain't starting them. I guess you're not starting them. So yeah, they will definitely bring conversation. Another thing that people don't tell you about locks before getting them is, as I just made a whole video on, the minute you mess up your texture through bleach or you mess up your hair through different things, it will change the texture of your hair. It will either be coarser, it will be brittle, it will break off. Like, I don't think people really put too much out there like that when it comes down to, oh, things to know before getting locks. Know that if you're, like, I know people who, they're so particular about their hair. One little strand out of place, one little problem with their hair, and they are literally about to lose it. Can you imagine actually having something of a permanent style, like mature locks, and then you damage your hair, and then now it's like, oh my goodness, do I repair the damage or do I cut all of my hair off and start over? Please understand that that is a thing. There could be bleach that can damage your hair. There could be products that got alcohol that can damage your hair. There can be old hair products that you don't even know is past its shelf life that can damage your hair. There could be oils that are not doing the wonders for you. It's so many different things. But please know and understand that that could definitely be a situation. So just know that. What else? What else do I want y'all to know? Girls and guys, things they don't tell you before getting locks. About how much locks are gonna teach you. I say this all the time, like, locks are literally like, if you don't look at locks as a journey and you just look at it as something that you want to do with your hair, then you're not going to get the same experience out of it that people who look at locks as a journey. So obviously our journeys, our experiences are going to be different, but if you look at your locks as a journey and you look at it as a teacher and something that actually goes along with you in your life, you will notice that your locks will literally take you places. Like experiences, like things like that. Like, my locks have been with me throughout so much so far, and it's been a good roller coaster. I feel like ever since I've started these locks, I've had more good happening than bad. And I also feel like the space that I pray to be in and the space that I aim and strive to be in is in such a more mature state than when I first had my first set of locks. Yes, I was a mature individual, but I just feel like the life, it wasn't like things were bad, but I just feel like hair is energy, and I did not want to keep, like, when I did decide to comb out those locks, I didn't want to keep my locks at the time. I wanted to save my hair, obviously, because I wanted to save my hair. And let me tell you, when combing out your locks, once you've done it, made up your mind you've done it, you do feel relief. You feel relief, and then it just feels like a new beginning when you're able to do, literally, like, wash your hair, color your hair, do whatever you have to do, and then embark on a new journey. But yeah, like, if you look at your locks as a journey, sis, I can assure you, you're going to actually have a better outcome as it pertains to your life. I'm not saying that your lock journey is going to be like, oh, I appreciated that lock journey because it was the best. Maybe it was your teacher for not to be the best. You know what I mean? But you're going to learn something, and that's what I'm trying to say. There's a lesson in every journey, but if you don't look at it as a journey, you're not going to be able to see the lessons. You're not going to be able to see the growth. You're not going to be able to see all those things. And I think because I take this journey so seriously, and because I take care of my hair, and I think when you look at it like that, you're going to take care of it. It's almost like renters versus owners. in some cases, because as a renter, I was always the type of person who literally, I take care of stuff as though it's mine, even when stuff is not mine. That's just the type of person I am. I'm going to try to take care of it. Something can belong to you, and I'm going to try to treat it as though it's mine, because I just think that's respect, and that's what you should do. But it's almost like the thing, the standard. Not everybody's like this, but you have some renters who will never treat the property that they rent like it's theirs, because it's not theirs and they don't have any respect for it. But a homeowner is going to treat their house a lot different than a person who's renting, because they are owners and these are renters. You know what I mean? So a lot of times they're more cognizant of the things that could harm their house or could do something that will cause for repair. Why? Because they have to pay for the repairs. They have to pay for the HOA. They have to pay for all those things. Whereas you have these renters who don't have to pay all that stuff. So what do they have to lose other than a deposit? It's the same thing with your hair. If you're not looking at your hair as a journey, and you're looking at it as just something to do, the journey is looking at it as a homeowner's view. The something to do is looking at a renter's perspective. Renters are not looking for the same things that homeowners are looking for. I'm sorry, I need to drink something because I've been filming back-to-back videos. My throat just keeps getting very dry. But yeah, so look at your journey as so. Don't just get locks just to get locks and not know your reason. Your reason might be, look, I only want locks for 3 years because I want to comb them out and retain my hair. Or I only want locks for da-da-da-da. But I can assure you, if you start looking at a journey as a journey and going along with your life, you will probably not have that constant battle of, I want to go back to loose natural hair. Ooh, I want to stay locked. Like, you won't have that constant battle. You won't, more than likely. Because unless you're really indecisive, which could be something that locks might not be for you. But I know in the first set of locks for me, because I didn't see it as a journey, I had those thoughts all the time. Black or blonde, with the color of my hair. And then back and forth between, do I want to comb these out? Do I want to save my hair? Do I want to go back to loose natural? Do I want weaves? Do I want braids? Like, I kept having those back and forths because I didn't see it as a journey, nor was I set in my thought process. This time around, I was set in my thought process, knew I wanted to start the locks, and I told myself I'm going to be 5+ years with locks. Like, I'm not going to have my locks any less than 5 years. I'm about to hit 3 years on July 1st, 2022, but I'm not going to have them any less than 5 years, for sure. But I already knew that, and I knew that I was going to look at this as a journey and something healthy to have. So here we are, about a month and a half away from hitting 3 years, and your girl is not planning on combing them out, cutting them, doing anything. I'm planning on continuing to grow them, and you know, I'm excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna go make me some coffee because I gotta get some work done, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.